What's good, everybody? We are still at the Holekane mentorship camp, and I'm sitting with Magents Motale, former Orlando Pirates defender, and now the ambassador of the Holekane mentorship program. Firstly, let me say thank you so much for taking a moment out of your time to sit down with us. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for telling me about.
Now, so in short, can you give us a brief description of this whole program? What does it aim to do?
Yeah, the main purpose is to achieve few things. Brotherhood, manhood, fatherhood. We're just talking. The general with the boys and men. Understand?
Yeah.
Things like I've mentioned, to fatherhood, brotherhood. We more especially we're trying to change the mindset. For how long if you are a father or are a son, you must behave like a son and you must treat it as such. If you are a man, you must treat it as such and you must behave as such. You understand?
Right.
More especially under the issues of GBV. The abusive, whether it's alcohol, whether it's physical, emotional, and sexual.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about a very interesting thing. Right now, since we have a lot of people getting exposure to social media, and also meaning that a lot of people are exposed to a lot of different mentalities. How do we make sure that we keep young men away from indulging into certain issues that make them believe that they are more superior than women? How do we
Social
balance?
media is a contributor, is a huge contributor to all this negativity stuff, because people, they start to overdo what they see on media.
Yeah.
They want to become what they see on media.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they see an episode of prison, they feel like I
It's a
can
good
go there.
thing,
It's
yeah.
much easier, because on the media, on soapies, they make it more easier, as if it's like it's good life.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
I see these days they also TikToking ex-prisoners, which is good, to caution these boys that prison is not the right thing. But some of them, the way they tabulate their stories,
It's very
they
different.
put it as if like, if you want to be a boss, if you want to be somebody of some kind with masculinity, you need to start a jail. So it's misleading. You understand? Teenage pregnancy, we see Mijolo water on these soapies. And now these young girls, they think, kujola raha, kill life is a good thing. So media is like misleading. I'll tell you right now, understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other soapies, they're very educational, but 90% of them, they're just making money. It's just money-making schemes.
So I'm very happy that I'm sitting with a person who has experience in the field of sports and everything. So how do you think sports can help stop GVV in our communities?
Sports, anything sport is to unite people.
Yeah.
Whether it's rugby, cricket, anything sports is something to unite people. You understand? So that is why you see a stadium, soccer matches is always packed. Cricket, rugby, even me, I go to rugby, watch bogo, even though I don't really understand rugby. I go watch cricket, even though I don't understand how they score, or what is the score, what is the goal. You understand?
Yeah.
But for the fun of it, I enjoy people running up and down, hitting the ball, and
Yeah.
and I start socializing with other people around at the stadium, exchange numbers, So sports, and then we need a lot of these activities. We need a lot of sports activities, more especially in townships and rural, because that's where people are not too much active. And a man that is not active normally thinks so many negative things.
Yeah, true. So, a lot of people don't usually see GBV as such a big issue. They don't see it as a problem. They don't see it as a problem that needs intervention. How would you talk to a person who doesn't see GBV as a problem within our communities?
Yeah, it's disgusting because, the GBV now, how they treat it in South Africa, they treat it from bottom to top. Instead, it must start from top to bottom.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
When I'm saying top to bottom, I say it has to start with our leaders to put strong what you call justice system, to put strong laws on GBV, whether it's men, female, children. If you commit that, you need to get a harsh punishment. You understand?
Yeah.
And all those things. But here it's at the bottom. As NGOs, we're trying our best, but even if we combat these things, we take them to the law, and then law will give them bail, will let them go free, because they'll tell you it's lack of evidence and all those things. You understand? While we gave them evidence, you understand?
Yeah.
So it's a problem in South Africa, but now I'm happy now. I just said the president is declaring GBV as what do you call it? Pandemic thing, you understand?
Yeah.
So now I think now we start getting to take it serious. The problem with South Africans, as long as it's not affecting you direct or indirect, it's not your baby.
Yeah.
It's my baby. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's the problem with other countries, Baba. You do something, there are laws there. You do something, they chop your hand. You do something, they hang you. You do something sinister, you go rot in jail. It's only in South Africa where people get away with murder.
True. So you believe that these types of things, they should also... The thing is that, in South Africa, they have done away with the whole death penalty. They don't do death penalty. So, hence, I believe personally, there is a lot of crime, because they know that even if you do get to jail, there is a certain period that you're going to spend, and then you go out. You won't stay there, for the whole sentence. If you behave, you will come out. So I believe that's also one of the reasons why
exactly. They give you 20 years, and then you do 10, they said your behavior was good. Because I can behave, because I just want to go out.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if I fail to behave outside, how am I going to behave in jail?
Yeah.
Where I don't have a freedom of everything. You understand?
100%, yes.
So if it's 20 years, let it be 20 years. If it's 40, let it be 40. So that you must fill the page. You've killed my daughter, and they give you 20 years. They said, you do 5. They said, no, he's out because of his behavior. I can pretend, man. There's so many people who live that life of pretending, because they just want to achieve whatever you want to achieve. You can pretend to be a smart boy or a good boy in the relationship just for 3 months, because you just want to benefit what you want to benefit. After 6 months, then you start showing your colors.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
kill somebody, and then we say, oh, son, why? You understand?
100%, yeah.
So, Mina, we need laws. Other countries that got those laws. We know, I'll give a typical example in America. When Mike Tyson molested his girlfriend, he was told that, found guilty, before even standing there in the court of justice. They said, if you found guilty, 7 years. Already everybody knew that if he's found guilty, he's going to go for 7 years. Us, it's different scenario. You kill somebody in Polokwane, you kill a woman in Polokwane, they give you 15 years. You kill a woman in Joburg, they give you 3 years. You kill a woman in Eastern Cape, they give you another sentence. Why can't we have a standardized sentences,
Same thing. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So why must it vary, province by province? Why can't we have one law said or a standard said if you kill with so degrees is this? If it was a mistake is this? You know.
Yeah.
If it was accidentally, because sometimes you can kill somebody accidentally, playing with a gun together, and the bullet just went out or blah blah. But if we need to have those, somebody must know that, hey, for stealing a car already is 10 up, depending how you took that car.
Yes. So I'm going back to the program that we are here for. You mentioned that you are an ambassador for this Holegane program. So what is your role as an ambassador of Holegane? What do you do?
So we do so many things, but normally we do dialogues. We do community dialogues. We do women's dialogues. We do men's dialogue. We do father and camp like this one, where we came somewhere, we lock ourselves for a couple of days, and we teach, we advocate, and then we dialogue, we interact, because we don't normally take the show. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
We want you to we engage, we confront, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. You know, and we feel that we're not neglecting women, but our focal point is boys and men, you know, because we feel that because culturally this thing of munna ke tlhogo ya lapa is still working in some of our cultures, in our townships, in our society, communities, it still works. So we felt that if we fix this head, the so-called head of the house, then the carriages will just follow smooth.
That's a powerful way of seeing it, honestly. Yeah, so do you believe that young men have the power of ending GBV in South Africa?
No, not necessarily ending it, because this has to be a collective thing. We must all get involved to end this thing.
Yeah.
We cannot put weight on one gender shoulders that you have to do it. But the reason the fingers pointing more to males is because you go to court, it's only boys, men who are charged with GBV. You understand?
Yeah.
If you read the news, it's only men, boys who are killing women and children. Understand? So that is why we're trying to fix this crazy head. That if we fix this head, the locomotive will move smoothly.
Great. So there are also men going through the whole situation. You know, you mentioned that it's only men in most cases who are charged of these crimes. So how would you address someone who's scared? Because I know men don't speak out. We have men experiencing GBV. We have men being victims of abuse. How do they go about addressing this issue?
That is why we have in the Holeganis and the other NGOs that deals with GBV, you know, the Silapas and many more. You understand?
Yeah.
So because everything starts from the bottom, unfortunately. We at the bottom as NGOs, we don't have too much energy. We don't have muscles financially. We do doors to doors, we do dialogues, we do all those things. And we don't even get too much power, financial muscle from the top. They only give you little, whereby you'll want to go door to door, do 100 houses a day, but because of
the capacity or the power,
capacity or the power of or the energy, you only do 20 or 30 houses. You understand?
Yeah.
To cover that, but Hence I'm still saying, you need to start from the top. Whereby, if it comes from the top, it's like a village, Baba. The chief or the king, Habulets, is done.
Yeah.
The message spread like wildfire down.
Yeah.
Koshi R, what I said.
Yeah.
But here I Magents from the bottom. R.
Can
I
two
have
or
only
three
too much
people-
weight. You
Yeah.
understand? I have
Only two or three people can
Yeah,
listen.
only 2-3 people who listen. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So, but I come from the top. I mean, sometimes it's sickening. You see, I mean, violence starts in parliament. You see how they boo each other, how they point each other with fingers, and sometimes using this language, explicit language. You understand?
Yeah.
And I'm watching there. I'm just ordinary citizenship watching, and then I end up wanting to use the very same language that was used by one of my ministers because I thought
It's the right thing.
It's the right thing to intimidate somebody. You understand?
Yeah.
Or just to talk like the way I just want to talk. I think it's the right thing because my boss or my leader, he's talking like that. You understand? It's the same as household. If you are a father, say, no late coming, and you come late. You think I'm gonna not come late? I will come late.
You'll come late, definitely.
If you say no drinking, but I see you with a bottle of alcohol there,
You'll definitely
I'm gonna
drink.
think it's the right thing
Yeah.
to drink that thing, that stuff, you know. So I'll try to practice it. I say, hey, I want to taste what my father's tasting because after that bottle he gets so excited. Now I just
You also want
be
to experience
excited.
the same
Yeah, I
thing.
want to be excited. You understand? And the other thing that we also do wrong as parents, ne? We fight, maybe in the bedroom, but these days they just fight in front of kids and anyway. We fight and I see my mom crying. And then they'll go in the bedroom, they talk about it, they make peace. And the first minute they come out, my mom, she's no longer crying, she's smiling, she's happy. Now, as a young boy, I say, oh, muski gay me. Musadi wa mshapa, and then labua 2 minutes, then everything is fine.
Goes back to normal, yeah.
What I said?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, now I come trapa. 2 minutes labua, 2 minutes, go water smile. You understand?
Yeah.
Because now, Nagilun to a game not. Then I'm gonna practice it.
Yeah. So, you mentioned something about NGOs and how they are struggling to spread an awareness, how they are struggling to address certain problems that, are faced. How can the government work hand in hand with, these NGOs to make South Africa a better place?
Exactly. NGOs, they're doing a lot of time.
Yeah.
They're foot soldiers. The foot soldiers. They run around, they do all sorts of things dangerously or so. I've been going to somebody's house, knock, sit there for 10, 15 minutes. You don't know. You can be kidnapped, you can be raped, you can be mugged. Because you don't know when you go in that house, maybe kill lady thugs.
Yeah.
You understand?
It's a risk.
It's a risk, it's a very high risk. But we do that.
Yeah.
No bodyguard, no nothing. No accompanied by police or a security. What I said?
Yeah.
So, and some they do have a little funding, some they don't even have. Yeah. And when I say little, I say little because I'm from there. You understand?
Yeah.
But we soldier on. Once you become an activist, Baba, you don't look back. You don't care whatever's gonna come, positive or negative, you just do what you love most.
You soldier.
Because you've signed that I want to protect, I want to serve and protect. And you do it, same like pops, same like soldiers. Yeah. But
Yeah.
declare Lori, that my life is to protect and to serve people. So it's same as activists, we're the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether it's money, it's no money, we just do what we love most.
Hey, great. So, in closing, how would you encourage a young person to, be part of the Holegani movement?
Yeah, but I'll encourage young boys, most especially who participated in our dialogues and everything, that like I've been telling them now, that take whatever we taught you, take it to your community, exercise it. When you got time, during your space, talk about these positive issues. I know we are a young boy, we won't limit you to talk about football, talk about cars, we understand.
Yeah.
But having a good time management, know that this time is a serious one, where we talk. And confrontation. If I see my friend doing something negative, right there, I must tell him that, Antanga, no. You can't just drink beer in front of elders and what. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, try hide it or drink when time is right. Oh, Tanga, for that matter, you are young to drink a beer now or to smoke dach and all that. You want to tell me you didn't have that passion just to wait another 2 seasons of a cemetery, and then while you are a fully adult, under the responsibilities, that's how, and to know what the difference between yes and no, and then no, you will start smoking. And when I said, that's why we're having a problem. These kids that start smoking, start doing drugs at an early age, and then has naturally or cigarette, they start stealing the dishes of my old lady and other things, and go and sell. But upbringing is very important. I always emphasize to parents that upbringing is very important, because you need to know your child's movement. If your child, when he start or she start walking, she uses her right foot, and then now this week she's using left, you must pick up something that there's a problem with my daughter or my boy. You know?
Okay, yeah.
So you need to you need to understand. But now these days, parents, they're giving us and other people responsibilities. They give teachers responsibilities who hodisa bana ba bona. They give cops to who hodisa bana ba bona. They give these teachers ko dikolong who hodisa bana ba bona. Ha bo mmereko, she doesn't even look at the book tsa one. She doesn't even ask, or the father doesn't even ask, or how was the school?
Yeah.
What are your challenges? Is it maths? Is it science? Is it what? You know, just 10 minutes of time to chat. If you have to assist, maybe a homework, you do that. But these days, we're just leaving everything to somebody or Google. Hey, Google. Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, but sepetse Google. Aki itse ke mara but sepetse ko ena. Wa mtseba wena?
Ah, no.
Yeah, let's mara no ka ro tlhalefile yana. Understand?
Yeah. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. Thank you for your words. Thank you for your, informative advice. And, I enjoy hearing other people's views on certain, situations as GBV. and I'm happy that you shared your views on GBV and how problematic it is, in South Africa. So that's gonna be the end of our session. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
speaking.
thanks for having me out, Chaga. And like I said, I'm so glad that President now, after so long, has managed to pick up something or the seriousness of this GBV
Yeah.
and declare it, you understand?
Yes.
So maybe now we're gonna see more harsh sentences, we're gonna see more patrols, more activeness, because sometimes you report this, police they'll come 1 hour late and other things, or they're making a lovely stock at the charge office. So I think now everything's gonna be more serious and serious. You understand? Yeah, and then we mustn't. What I also want to emphasize, we need to talk about these things. We need to report this thing. You understand? Now, if my girlfriend or my wife gonna clap me today, get police station, I could dlala. Tsa gore hey baby re tla ilukisa ko motshwarisa, because after tlapa ho tla punch, after punch ho tla okapi.
Build up.
After okapi ho tla gani ke ma ba tlo shwang na go report la ke dlale tseo.
Yeah, and a lot of people usually wait for it for an intense before we
You
start
see,
to.
I always tell people, I said, don't learn by your mistakes. Just learn. Because tonight they used to tell us, you have to learn by your mistakes.
Experience is the best teacher.
It will be too late to learn a mistake. Just learn out here. What I said, now I've learned a lot since I joined this Khulekan, you understand? I've learned a lot. How learning a mistake, because it's gonna be too late. Because I've learned by my mistakes, and I lost a lot. I couldn't be far. Got everything, money wise, everything. But I wasted time, got nice time. Understand? I lifestyle enough time because I had money at an early age. I was famous, always on TV. Understand?
Yeah. That's also another problem that I see a lot of young people going through. I feel like that's learning to manage, finances, learning to not be taken away by the fame. And
but it goes back. It goes back to parentalhood.
Yeah.
It goes back to upbringing. If you got a good support structure, when you turn, like myself, when I turned pro, but that was enjoying my money. Every time ke mufa allowance, ke mufa the t-shirts. What I say? Ke tswa ko TV a shine ka nna ko di society or look at my boy. What I say? But could adule le nna? Our boy, look, now you earning money, you need to save. And there'll be girls running after you. So you must have a control. Blah, 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 blah. And you'll have more friends than the friends you had now. All those guidance are just be far. But it's never late, and I'm not regretting, I'm not complaining. But thanks, I taught him. Understand? I taught him after I realized, or you son, I kill the flopo, the paya, the unnecessary. Then I set him down. So that my other sibling, Basa Safar, now my siblings, I'm not. I'm no longer staying at home, but I never had even once one pizza ever come home. There's a problem about your younger brother, or, you understand? Yeah. So, what I can give people a doggy bag to take it home is that don't learn by your mistake, just learn. Upbringing is very important. Understand? Bana ba sa utlwa dilo go strate. Ngwana tshwantse a girl child tshwantse mama golelena or okay, now she's turning 15, 18, 17, 18. system ya change. She gonna go to menstruation. I'm rude before. Naki kiribana le base nyana. Understand? I'm rude or mamela. I know. Utlo bana le attraction ya banyana. Utlo nyoko shela. These are the dangers. These are the goodies. All those things. Hula le ngwana hao. My problem now, but why they have a whole levan. But the hotel and Terbu so nartlo narbu.
Yeah.
For Mangwa Quata Mang Kita Heights, you understand? Let Jesus was in need. Agree.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Jesus was to Ushu, look how you have to need. Hey, Bamulai.
You know, you got me interested in your story. I feel like I want to know your story because I feel like it could inspire, it could educate, you know, a lot of people.
Yeah, no, but we'll have another time and then I'll give you my journey. Understand? I'll give you my journey from the womb till now.
Yes.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, I used to kick my mom while I was in the womb. Hey, khale ke dlala bolo like arene ke moraga phela ka pain. Understand? Yeah, so but I'll tell you next time when we part two.
Part two.
Yeah, part two then I'll tell you my whole journey.
No, definitely, because I feel like great stuff.
Yeah,
I'd really like that. So Afeti, thank you so much for watching. You are watching Rev Network TV. Peace
and happiness
and happy.